Hey Switch 2 fans, it's your old buddy Blaze2k. Look what I'm holding! The Switch 2! Because it's launch day for the Switch 2! Now this video is going to be an unboxing video, first impressions video, and basically just a video talking about the Switch 2 and with it being launch day and everything. Now, to get my hands on this, it's been a hell of a day because Walmart scammed us. Walmart scammed us. You heard me right. This isn't from Walmart. We had an order from Walmart. I'm going to post a part 2 to this video telling you what happened with Walmart because I'm curious to know how your experience was from Walmart, because as we saw, a lot of people over on Walmart got their orders at like 5:30 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning. Everyone except for me, because they scammed me. And like I says, like, subscribe, click the bell icon for a part 2 to this video, because we're going to talk about what Walmart did specifically to me and how I don't have a Switch 2 from Walmart right now. First world problems. Let's just take a look at some of these lucky people from Walmart who got Pringles, who got Coke with their order. Everyone seems to be happy. Look at that. Walmart really came through. This person even opened up this. Where can I find it? There it is. This person ordered a Switch 2 from Walmart this morning and just found he brought it over. They also left me 17 bags of Pringles and Coke that I didn't order. I got out of bed after a little sleep and I thought I was hallucinating. Can you believe it? This guy. So basically, if you order from Walmart, you're supposed to get the Switch 2 system. Case in point, Switch 2. And you're supposed to get a little reusable Walmart bag with a bottle of Coke and Pringles and a nice little gift message from Walmart saying, happy gaming, eat some snacks and level up. Really lovely. Lovely at Walmart. I mean, no other retailers on this. Finally, Target and everyone else, their orders haven't even shipped out yet. So Walmart really came through for most people, except for me. So we're going to explain that in the second part of the video. But we have the Switch 2 and we're going to unbox it. Let's get into it. I'm Blaze2k. Like I said, like, subscribe, click the bell icon. And check the links in the video description for Switch 2 accessories, all that good stuff. And special thanks to TomTalk for basically working with us, working with me. They basically sponsored this video and sent me these cool things. Now, this is the Fancy Case Geo5 Nintendo Switch 2 Slim Case. We're going to be testing this out in this video. Check out the links in the description for the TomTalk cases. They are awesome. We're going to show you the Switch 2 in this. And the sling bag, we're going to show you that as well. Like I said, links in the description. Super cool, and you'll see it in a little bit more detail with white light when we do the unboxing. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm Blaze2k. And before we get into it, I just want to give a big shout out to our guys, our family, our Switch 2 family here on the 24-hour Switch 2 Hangout stream. If you love Switch 2 and you want to just talk about Switch 2, get a stock tracker, check all the latest Switch 2 news, and just have a cool place to hang out and talk about Switch 2, head over there, link in the description as well. So let's get into the unboxing. Alright guys, here we go. We've got the Switch 2. It's finally here. After all this time, we have the beautiful Switch 2. And I had to put my unboxing gloves on for this, right? The white gloves. Oh. So, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. And let's see what my first impressions are of the Switch 2, right? So, let's get into it. Let's try and cut the seal here really fast. Alright, seal has been cut. And we're opening it for the first time, the Switch 2. Also, again, highly thank you to TomTalk for sending these really two cool cases. I'm going to put links down below in the video description. We're also going to try and put them in these cases during the video. It's going to be a bit of a longer video, so grab a beverage, have a drink, and let's experience the Switch 2 together. Thank you, Snuggle. And again, everyone, check out our stock tracking stream. Great people. It's a great place to hang out, talk about Switch 2, and I'm going to be keeping it up for the next couple of months. So definitely head over there, link in the description. But in the meantime, let's open the Switch 2 and see what we have, right? Oh, we're opening it. There's the Joy-Cons. Red. This is the right Joy-Con. I can't wait to see how the magnets feel. Here's the left Joy-Con. Here's the console. We'll do a size comparison with the OLED model, right? There's the console. Switch 2. Definitely not an AliExpress clone. It feels it's got some weight to it, which is nice. Let's take this out here. Got our Mario. We've got our Super Mario World code. This is a digital download code. If you bought the bundle, then obviously you'll get one of these. I did hear someone's Walmart actually opened their box and stole the Mario Kart World download from them. One of the employees. Can you imagine that? Manuals. Oh, I apologize. Manuals. We've got the HDMI cord. This is a high-speed HDMI cord from what I've read. So you might want to use this, as it says here. Ultra high speed. Only the best for Nintendo fans, right? Look at that. So cool. And we've got the little wrist straps for the Switch too. Pretty cool. And I think these also help it glide. You've got the little pads at the bottom of them, see? For when you're using it in mouse mode. That's really nice. Nice touch. Then obviously we have this. What is this? Oh, it's one of the little grips. It's one of the little grip things that you put the Joy-Cons in. We got one of these with the Switch one. Very cool. And it's even got the colors inside. Look at that. Huh? I don't think the original one did. So these must have magnets in too. Can you charge the Joy-Cons in this? Oh no, you can't. Well, like I said, check the links down below in the description. Check out the JSOX accessories. JSOX actually have one of these, which is a little bit nicer, and it's actually got a charge port at the top of on top of the JSOX one, so you could actually charge your Joy-Cons as you're using this to play. So check that out. Link in the description. We've got a USB-C cable here. I'm guessing this is for the power brick. And what I like about this actually, let me show you. Now the Switch 1 charger, the power brick was actually connected to the USB-C cable, right? So I still actually use that to this day under my desk. I use the Switch 2 charger to charge a lot of stuff like phones and whatnot. So I like how they've given you a power adapter, which is a pretty hefty one. But I'd imagine you'll be able to use this for smartphones or laptops as well, and a separate USB-C cord. So if this breaks, if the USB-C cord breaks, you're still going to have the power brick, and you could just use another USB-C cord. So that's a really nice touch by Nintendo. Look at that Nintendo logo up there. I'm holding it upside down, but there you go. How cool. Power cord, and let's get in, take a look at the dock here. Oh, look at this. Oh, the dock's got some weight to it. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Very nice. It's glossy on the inside. See that? Really nice. Switch 2. It's got some ventilation stuff here. As you know, the Switch 2 dock has a fan in it because it's a pretty powerful little thing. And it ramps up its TDP. It ramps up its TDP when you have the Switch 2 docked. So it ramps up the power usage. And to keep the Switch cool, it needs a little internal fan in here. I don't know if you can see the grates in there, but yeah, it's got a fan inside this part. Here's all your connectors, your HDMI. I don't know if you can see the light there. You can't see it from the light, but it's got HDMI, Ethernet, and an AC adapter plug. If you remember, the original Switch did not have an Ethernet port. It only had Wi-Fi from the Switch itself. The OLED model later introduced the Ethernet port, and we get the Ethernet port right away on the Switch 2. And I believe this is magnetically attached as well. Pretty cool. A little back cover just to make it look nice and sleek. Alright, let's put that to the side. Let's take the Switch 2 out its sleeve without dropping it. There we go. Cool. Look at that. Switch 2. The tablet portion. And remember, this has a screen protector on it. It has some sort of film on it that you do not want to take off. It's basically to stop the screen from shattering into 1,000 pieces if you drop this thing. So it does have some sort of film on it. Do not take that off. I recommend you buy a screen protector, and I've got links in the description if you want to get a screen protector for this thing, right? I recommend tempered glass, preferably. Okay, so let's do the fun part now, and move the box out of the way, since we've seen that. Put the Switch 2 here. I know some of y'all are waiting on your Switch 2 still from Best Buy, so I'm hoping they come in soon. And if you haven't got a Switch 2, like I said, check out our Switch 2 stock tracking stream, because it's going to be a really useful resource in helping you get a Switch. So here we go. First Joy-Con Connect. Oh wow! Okay. Oh, that's stuck on there. That is stuck on there really firmly. Can I even get this off? Oh, okay. There's a quick release. Almost broke the Switch 2 before it even turned it on. So there's a quick release button on the back of the Joy-Con here. I don't know if you can see that. Up here. Right here. So you do have to press this down to release it, and I guess it releases these little pins here. At the top, this little pin here basically pushes it away. So this, let me tell you guys, this magnet is insane. You can hold the Switch, the entire Switch 2 unit, with the Joy-Con without having to worry about the magnet coming off. I can't even force it off. It's that strong. It's like neodymium magnets in this thing. That is unreal. If you remember with the Switch 2, the Joy-Cons were wiggly. I mean the original Switch. Let me show you my original Switch here. Here's the Switch OLED. Look how much the Joy-Cons wriggle. And when the little latch in here from the rail wore out, the Joy-Cons would often just slide off, right? So I wasn't always comfortable lifting the original Switch by the Joy-Con. So let me tell you, by comparison, this has no wiggle. No wiggle, look at that. Barely any, if there is any at all. And we could pick up the whole Switch 2 unit with the Joy-Con. Let's put on the second one. Ooh, nice. So there it is. The thumbsticks feel really good. They feel a lot more substantial over the original Switch Joy-Cons. The buttons feel nice. The buttons feel nice and clicky. That is awesome. And as you know, you've got your USB-C port at the top. You've got a USB-C port there. We've got our volume. We've got our power button. We've got the ventilation. We've still got a headphone jack. I'm looking at you, Apple. See, even the Switch 2 has a headphone jack in 2025. We've got the game card slot, and I'd imagine the micro SD slot will be somewhere on here. I don't even know where that is. Anyway, we've got a USB-C port on the bottom as well. So, top one could be used for accessories like the camera, bottom one for charging, or you could use the top one for charging, use the bottom one for the camera, whatever you want. And I'm guessing, where does the USB... Oh, there's the micro SD card slot. Okay. Down here, under the stand. How cool is that? So there we go, guys. Nice. It's compared to the Switch, the original Switch, the Switch OLED. Let me wipe the screen so you guys don't think I'm really grotty. There we go. Look at that. Look at the size comparison. Unreal. Let's see, do I have any battery life on my OLED? I don't, but I can try and fix that, hold on. Alright, I just want to mention something, and if you guys have watched my videos, you'll know I've complained and complained and complained about this. And it's the fact that the Switch 2 doesn't have analog triggers. It's got digital triggers, which people don't mind. But for racing games, these are kind of a deal breaker for me. So I don't plan on playing any racing game besides Mario Kart on the Switch 2. But still pretty nice. I would love for them to have put the analog triggers on this, but yeah, I won't complain too much about it. But there we go. Pretty nice, huh? There it is with the stand. Can't really see because the camera's angled from top to the bottom, but pretty cool. Stand is really nice. And I like how they've done this stand because it frees up the back. If you want to get a battery pack and attach it to the back of your your Switch 2, you can. But there we go. Let's turn it on for the first time. Ooh. Nintendo Switch 2. Oh my god. This is cool. And let me just say right off the bat, this display looks really good. Like, really good. I was concerned at first about this not being an OLED. But the viewing angles are beautiful. I mean, they dim slightly if you're looking at it from an angle like any display. But the display looks awesome. I don't know if you can hear the music. Let me turn the music up, see if you can hear it. So there we go, guys. Very nice. It feels good. It feels a lot more substantial in the hand. I think it's going to be a lot more fun playing FPS games. Let me see if the mouse mode works. Let me see if the mouse mode works. Alright, let's see if I can get this on. Oh, this is a bit finicky to get on, but there we go. Oh no, there's no mouse mode on the menu, on the startup screen. Damn it. Alright, that's fine. Let's put this back on. Look at this little animation, guys. See that? The little red, the little click. It's the little things that I really love from Nintendo, you know? They're kind of like Apple in that regard. But there we go. Really nice. And again, like it says, I really like the magnets. I was worried that the magnets were going to just detach really easily. There's a lot less wiggle on the Joy-Con. I would actually argue there's barely any, if any, wiggle at all on the Joy-Con. It feels a lot more secure, and it feels just more premium in my hand. Let me feel the weight of my OLED model. Honestly, it doesn't feel much. It doesn't feel any heavier than the OLED model. It feels about the same weight, even though it's bigger. I'll set this up in a later video, but look at the thumbsticks. The thumbsticks are also bigger. Look at the thumbstick on the original Switch, and the thumbstick on the Switch 2. Bad comparison, I know, but it's slightly bigger, and I feel like it feels more like a real controller, you know. Nice. I'll set this up later. Let me put the Joy-Cons in the little grip thing. All right, this grip thing doesn't feel bad at all. I wish it kind of wrapped around the Joy-Con a little bit more like the original one did, but still not bad. Like I says, I recommend you check out the J-Salx ones. I've got a link in the description. Go check out the J-Salx accessories for the Switch 2. So there we go, guys. Sorry for the long unboxing video. Obviously, that is the Switch 2. It looks absolutely amazing. And yeah, cannot wait to do more videos on this. Going to be talking about the Switch 2 in more detail, obviously, giving you more impressions. But this is just a quick unboxing video. Not really quick, but an unboxing video anyway, giving you my first impressions of it in the hand and everything. It looks really nice. Now, while we're here, let's actually put it in the TomTalk case, shall we? So special thanks to TomTalk for sending these out. Obviously, this is the fancy case GL5 from TomTalk, and it's basically a slimline case tailor-made for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's all-around protection from bumps and drops, and it looks kind of nice. It comes in 3 colors, and it's really awesome. Let's just take a look and see how it fits. So this thing's actually water resistant. It's got 12 game card slots to keep your collection secure and organized. It's plush lined interior, prevents scratches on screens, and obviously the controls. Impact resistant hard shell, so the outside shell is actually really, you know, resistant to bumps and stuff. And it's precision molded, so it's not going to nip your Switch 2 or rub against it or put any pressure really on anything. So here it is. Here's the Switch 2. It's going to go in here, and look how nicely that fits. Now, like I said, I'm going to put a link in the video description to where you can buy this, and I really recommend you really consider it. It's really nice, and look at that. Wow. TomTalk. Really nice. Comes in 3 colors, I believe, and you've got game slots here, 12 slots in total, so if you're traveling anywhere, as far as the case goes, I always put my devices in a case just because I like the extra protection. I don't want, especially when I shove this in a backpack or anything, I don't want anything rubbing against the screens, rubbing against the Joy-Cons. It's a big part of why my Switch OLED is scratched. And it has, see that tear on the Joy-Con up there, on the thumbstick, sorry? That happens because it was rubbing against stuff. Now, with a case like this, you don't have to worry about that, obviously. And it's got the slots for the games, and it closes really nice. Love the zip. And there we go. Very nice. Thank you, TomTalk, for sending this. And they also have their Explorer T21 sling bag. So if you want a bag, if you're traveling light and you just want to shove this on your shoulder, go for a little bit of gaming in the park, then this is obviously going to be great for that. So let's talk about this for a second. So it's not only a fashion statement, also provides a convenient way to carry the essentials while exploring the city or traveling the world. Durable ballistic nylon exterior combines lightweight resilience with water resistance and heavy-duty durability, ideal for everyday use. 3 compartments, quick access front pocket for small essentials, spacious main section, multiple elastic pockets for tech gadgets, hidden back pocket for valuables, reinforced YKK zippers, Duraflex buckles, offers adjustable comfortable wear, and minimalist design. So here we go. We've got 3 slots in here. We've got like a mesh slot here. Kind of nice. You put your charger, headphones, You've got a bunch of slots for games in here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 slots for games, as you can see in there. Really nice. It's got another little slot down here. And I'm guessing this is where you put the Switch too. I wonder if the TomTalk hard shell case would fit in this. This might be a stretch. Let me see. Oh, it does. Does it? It would... no, I wouldn't do that. It's too tight. Well, let's take the Switch 2 out and see how it fits in here. So, let's slot this in here. Boom! Switch 2, nice and secured. It's got like a furry compartment here, so it doesn't scratch your Switch 2. Nice. Zips up. Got your game compartment there. We've got a slot for the charger. All this stuff. Let's put all the stuff that comes with the Switch 2 in it, right? Yeah, we can fit all this in. Can go in the middle. HDMI cable. We've got our little wrist straps. Let's just shove that in there. Cable. And I do have the charger line around here somewhere. I swear I do. Here it is. We've got that. You have that in the mesh pocket, and still loads more space for other things. And then, very nice. And it's got the strap in the back where you putting it around your shoulder, and it's even got a little carry handle here. How nice is that? Sweet. So you've obviously got your hard shell if you want to travel light and you're carrying it with a backpack, or if you just want to go out with nothing but the Switch 2 and everything you need for the Switch 2, the TomTalk carry sling, the Explorer T21 sling bag is what you need. So there we go. Links in the description for these two. I'm Blaze2k. Thank you to TomTalk for sending these out. So it wouldn't be a Blaze2k video if I didn't include my favorite handheld of all time, the Valve Steam Deck. This is the limited edition OLED model with the transparent shell. I've got a case on it right now, apologies, but I'm not going to take it out of the case. It'd be a little bit too much hassle. But that's the size comparison between the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Steam Deck. And as you can see, you're getting a lot more screen real estate on the Switch 2. How nice is that? Now, like I said, the Steam Deck is my favorite handheld of all time, just because I like all the stuff it can do. But let's be honest, if you want to play Nintendo Switch games, the newest ones, Pokemon, etc., you need the Switch 2. And let's just compare the thickness of the two. Remember, this has a case on it, but it's not too far off the same thickness with the case on. Night and day difference. Night and day. So if you're looking for a portable that's thin, it's Nintendo. It's got all the best, newest Nintendo games. And it's sleek, thin. You definitely need to get yourself a Switch 2. Bigger screen, smaller footprint. I mean, come on. So there we go, guys. That was the Nintendo Switch 2 unboxing. Super cool. Super freaking cool. I love it. Don't you? Look how thin it is in my hands. So yeah, I'm going to be telling you the story of what happened with Walmart. They scammed us. They scammed us out of a Switch 2. This had to be picked up from Target. And Target had 2 units left. One bundle and one regular Switch 2 unit. But yeah, we're going to be doing more videos on the Switch 2 literally over the coming months. We're going to be talking about new games, new accessories. All the links to the accessories are down below if you want to go check them out. Check out the G-Socks accessories. Check out all the latest TomTalk gear. These are absolutely amazing. This feels so solid, guys. I might do a separate review of these on the channel as well in the coming days. But yeah, there we go. So if you haven't got a Switch 2 yet, I hope you get one soon. We're going to be doing first impressions of Mario Kart World as well on this, doing more screen comparisons, all that good stuff. And if you want to see it all, then please like and subscribe, click the bell icon. It really helps out a lot. I cover Switch 2 multiple times a day on this channel, so if you want Switch 2 content, you want gaming content, tech content, I'm Blaze2k, and I'll be covering every day. And also, while we're here, let me put this down nice and gently. Whilst we're here, check out our 24-hour, 7-day-a-week Nintendo Switch 2 live stream. It's awesome. If you're looking for a place just to come talk about Switch 2, make some friends, maybe even share friend codes, etc., then go check out our Switch 2 live stream. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going to be keeping it up for the next couple of months. It's also got a stock tracker system, which I need to fix. It wasn't working the way it should have last night, so I've got work to do on that. But if you're just looking for a good place to hang out, this is the place. And like I said, links down below in the video description. I'm Blaze2k. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Shout out to Mega Man and Snuggle, Luxpin, Crash Mashley in the live chat right now for supporting me do the unboxing. Love you guys. And yeah, head over there. Come say hi. I'm always hanging out. And like I said, guys, check the links in the description for the Tom Talk cases, for the JSOX cases, for links to the 24-hour live stream, as well as a bunch of other Switch 2 accessories, micro SD cards, you name it. Anyways, guys, I'm Blaze2k. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. I need to take a couple of breaths and jump into the Switch 2. All right, and I'm going to play some gameplay and post some gameplay very soon, later today. Peace out.